Hello, my name is Dylan, and I'm going to show you how to use Sweetviz with in Incorta for exploratory data analysis. Okay, before I jump into a demo, let me briefly talk about what this is. Okay, Sweetviz is a Python library, and that Python library is for performing exploratory data analysis, help you to understand the data. So what it can do, first of all, is open source, okay, and it generates a report. Okay, it generates a report, and the report will show you this information, like how the columns or features in the ML world, okay, how they are related to others, okay, and also show you that kind of like a data profiling. So categorize the column with by different type, and then show the summary information about the column, like number of unique value, missing value, etc. Okay. So what you will need to do first is, of course, you need to install this package. Okay. So this is what I already done in my machine. So you can see here I installed this. Library already in the server. In the Encoder cloud, you can use the admin console to install the package. Okay. Then I'm going to jump to a demo. Okay. So here is Encoder. Okay. Let's go to a schema. Okay, I'm going to create a I'm going to use this in a Incorta notebook. Incorta notebook can be created by using the navigation of new derived table. Go to materials view. So Incorta notebook earlier was designed for creating, maintaining materials view, and that's where you can open the notebook. So since this is a Python library, so we're going to use Python. Okay, PySpark here, and then we launch a notebook. Okay, so we first starting with reading the data into Encoder. Okay, so Encoder can support autocomplete here, and I'm going to bring the house price data as the source. Okay, and this library actually is created based on Panda, so we need to convert the data frame from the Spark data frame to Panda data frame. Okay, so this will convert to Panda data frame. Okay, and I'm going to copy the code I already wrote. Okay, to simplify the process. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we already installed this package, right? So we're going to import this into the Python environment, and then it provide a API to generate a report. But before we generate a report, to show you that there's a feature that you can provide what is the label or target. Okay, so in this house price data set, This is for predicting the sales price. So sales price is the label. Okay. And the data frame is PDF. So I'm going to use PDF. Okay. And this is analyze is an API provided from the Sweetviz to create a report. Okay. I'm going to run this. It will take a while. Okay. And you can see the documentation in there in many web page. So in this particular example, right, it also used the sales price, the same house price prediction data set. That's the same data set I'm using. And this is a similar thing, right? The difference is that I'm reading the data from Incorta, so I'm not reading data from CSV. Okay. And otherwise, I call this analyzer. Analyze command, like what did here. Okay, here's the difference. The Sweetviz library make assumption that you are going to use a Python environment first, such as Jupyter Notebook. It will generate the HTML page. So it provide the information in this my report. Okay, and the my report can be generated as a HTML page. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we do this in Encoder. Okay, so this is different. Okay, in your Python environment, you generate this, and it will become another file created, right? Right, and I'm not going to do this from Incorta Notebook. And it also provides some information about like using the Jupyter Notebook, but Incorta Notebook is not Jupyter Notebook, so we're not going to use their API. Instead, I write something for you. Okay, so here is my code. The code is basically taking this report, okay, and we are going to show the data using the Incorta Notebook. Okay, so this is the code I'm going to. You can copy. I will provide this in the Incorta community, and what you can do is just run this. Okay, just run this command. This is using a technique called Zeppelin Notebook display system. So basically, this information is now after we call this, it will become a string, and I put the string into Angular. The notebook will display this. Okay, so let's run this. And I have to save the data frame in order to save this notebook. Okay, and okay, so you see the report here. It may not be very clear, but notebook is actually already here. The report, I mean, the HTML page is here. Okay, this is the what in this report is saying look like this. Right? It's basically the same thing. Same thing I generated in the small notebook paragraph as an output, and it's hard to see, right? So the notebook actually provide a feature allow you to link to this paragraph. Okay, and this is what I'm going to do. Link to paragraph. And now the data is here. Okay, you can see the same information showing in this page. Right, this is same data set. Right, I use house price 1460. Yeah, same data. Right, same data. Okay. Okay, and now you can see the report show up here. Right? The whole report is here in the HTML page. Okay, and this this blog is actually very good to explain how to view this report. But I can briefly talk about this. Okay. So basically, for each column, it show a region like this, and give you low count, missing data. House price is very good. They have said there's no missing data. Later, I'm going to show you another data set from Titanic, which you can see the missing data. So you can see the distinct value, okay, and you can see like a little value. There's no little house price, right? And this is by this you can see the distribution, right? Minima, maxima, percentile, right? Quantile, median, average. Right? IQR basically is the Q3 minus Q1, the distance between this the first quantile and the third quantile. This is IQR. Standard deviation, variation. This is show the range. Okay, and for rendering this more detail, okay, you see we can see association here. So association, this is hard to see, but this is the heat map. Okay, a heat map show the relationship between each feature. So you see the sales price. Of course, this will be high correlated because these two are the same, right? To itself. So for everything here is not meaningful. Okay, not meaningful. That's why it become blank. Okay. Otherwise, square means categorical to categorical, and the circle, I think it's not easy to see. Circle means numeric to numeric. Okay, it has the definition in the documentation. I won't go through the detail. Okay, so now I'm going to show you another report. Okay, this report, what I just showed, it actually is for displaying the a single data set, right? So in my case, I only load one data frame, one table. Okay, and let me save this. Okay, let me save this. I'm going to remove this because this is going to take space. Okay, I'm going to click output and save it. Okay, and we need to disable the sampling in order to pass the validation. Okay. So now Incorta is running that notebook again, including the Sweetviz code, right, to generate a correlation, generate a summary. Okay. Please note this library is based on Panda, so all the process now is doing is on the Python side. Okay. This is not a Spark-based EDA tool. Okay. So the Python is single thread. That means that the data passing from Spark back to Python and run on the machine which is running the driver. Okay. Yeah, because I closed that notebook, so this page is gone. Okay, so this page can only open from the notebook. Okay, and I'll close it. And later I'm going to show you is something I already done, but doing a thing like this to do a comparison between the training data set and testing data set. Okay, but this time I'm not going to use house price. I'm going to use the use the Titanic data set. Okay, let me see. Okay, now let me save this. Sweetviz. I already have it, so that's why I'm going to do house price. Okay. Okay, let's save this. Continue. So I'm going to open another one. I already create. This is the Sweetviz. Okay, this is the demo, which is calling another API. Okay, so here I briefly explain open library. I already mentioned it shows missing data distribution correlation. Okay, so you see here I read two data sets, training and testing. Okay, and as you know, I already say we need to convert to Panda. Okay. And here is another command. We call compare. The compare will compare two data frames. Okay, let me run this, and we compare the training and the testing data set. Okay, and this is my code generating the HTML. And then this is the putting the HTML together using the Deadline display system. Okay, the report generated. Let's view it. Link to paragraph. Now you see there are two data sets here, and the report are all become different now. Okay, the report now is allow you to see the two data sets together side by side. Like in the P class, this attribute, we can see the number of the record, okay, and we can see the distinct value are the same. That basically means that these two are having the same class. Right? The distribution are similar between the training data set and the testing data set. Okay. Okay. And this name of course will be different. Different people are different passenger. This is the Titanic data set, which is the data set with all the passenger on Titanic. Okay, these are the named people, right? And the gender, you can see the gender distribution are similar. Okay, and you also can see this line. This line is showing the label. Remember when we submit the report, we mention the label here, right? Label survive, right? This is using the report to show you that people are having a different class. Their survive percentage are different. Okay, here is even more meaningful. You can see female, the survival rate is much higher than male. Okay, and the age, you can see the survivor percentage. Although the kids, the number of kids are small, right? Because this is a histogram, we can see the survival percentage. The probability is higher. Okay. So by looking at this exploratory data analysis, we already can see many insights from the report. Okay. This report render it. You can also highlight. Now we can see this association better. Okay, you can see like the same information you can see from here. You can see here. Survive is a label, right? We can see the gender has higher correlation with survivorship, right? And this confirm we see the gender. There's a difference here, right? This is correlation, and you can see like this box, fair and class, they are correlated, of course, because of the class, higher class is more expensive in fair, right? So this is showing data like this already. Okay, I think I will end my demo here. I will put the code in the Incorta community as I promised, to show how to use this Sweetviz report with Incorta. All right, thank you.